Now we pick up the story specifically with Isaac and Rebekah starting in verse 20. Look at verse 21. Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Now, let me just pause here for a moment. You'll notice verse 21 tells you she's barren. And so we have a problem. That's the problem. And Isaac turns to God for the solution. And it tells us God did entreat him, and his wife conceived. And we think, great, that's wonderful. Problem was solved. Isn't that easy? Just turn to the Lord. He'll fix all your problems. And it feels very, very quick. Mm-hmm. Look down at verse 26. After that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him. Now we pause and do a little bit of math here and say 80, 1 score is 20 years, so 80 is 60 years. We know that Isaac was 40 years old when he and Rebekah got married and want to have seed, want to have posterity to fulfill all of these promises. And when he's 60, then the two twins are finally born. Brothers and sisters, the barrenness lasted for 20 years, and yet we covered it in one sentence. What we don't get is the story of 20 very long years that are inserted in there. It's the part of the story the Bible doesn't tell us. A year is a long time. Multiple days, weeks, months of pleading with God for this blessing, and it's not given. Going to bed at night, watering their pillow with their tears, saying, "What's wrong? Is it our faithfulness? Is it something I'm not doing that I should be? Am I doing something wrong?" It's this probably self-doubt, and yet they stay focused on the Lord, and His answer is given in His timing. I love the idea, the concept that Elder Neil A. Maxwell taught when he said, "Isn't it ironic that you and I who wear wristwatches and we would have calendars on our walls, that we try to counsel He who governs cosmic clocks on matters of timing?" And he goes on to say in another setting, it's often easier to say, "Lord, thy will be done," than it is to say, "Lord, thy timing be done." So if there's a blessing you've sought, if there's a struggle you've faced, a wrestle you're engaged with that just doesn't seem to go away, I think if Isaac and Rebekah, especially Rebekah, were here today, I think she might just give us some counsel that's really simple. I think her counsel might be, you have to trust God. You have to trust that He knows what He's doing when it comes to timing. He knows how to give the gifts that He has promised to you, and more importantly, when and how to give those gifts.